Hey, it's Stephanie Staples here, and I'm going to try and contain my excitement because our Kickstarter campaign for Noah and the Triceratops has just finished. We were live for 3 weeks. It was the first time I've ever done anything like this, and I'm going to try not to be too excited here, but we are 168% funded, which is just mind-blowing. I don't know how this happened, but I'm going to try and figure out how it happened, and hopefully there can be some inspiration for you here. If there is something that you have had in the back of your mind that you have wanted to try, and maybe you haven't tried it for fear of this, that, or the other thing. So my story goes back to December when I was at my professional speaking conference. They called it VCon because it was a V for virtual. And I guess that's not even the true story. My story goes back to last year when I had this idea for a Triceratops. So if some of you know that when I turned 50, I did 50 challenges in my 50th year, and it was a really amazing year. And it came out to this book, which is called the Triangle, T-R-Y. And I had this idea that it would be cool for kids. So I thought about this Triceratops and the kids that didn't want to try things, that it'd be kind of scary for them, or they're afraid, and this Triceratops could help them try things. So I have this monthly calendar with things I want to do that month, and literally every month from the beginning of last year, January, I put write children's book. Didn't do it. February, move it down, write children's book. Every month I wrote this in my calendar, and I was like, I don't know why I can't write this book because there's only a few words. How hard can it be to write a children's book? Anyways, apparently it's much easier to write a book with thousands of words than a book with a couple hundred words. So I finally got to December, and I was thinking, well, what the hell? How come I can't write this book with just a few words? But then I thought, well, I can write songs, and songs don't have a lot of words, so maybe I could write a song. So I wrote the song, Noah and the Triceratops, which maybe I will sing it later. And that actually is what became the book. So that was in December that I wrote this. That's when I went to VCon, my speaking conference. And I went to a breakout session. Do you know how it is when you breakout sessions where it's like, you look at them, and that one looks good, that one looks good, and that one looks good. And every one you go into, you're always thinking, did I pick the right one? I'm not sure if I should have gone to the other one. That's why when I'm a breakout speaker, I get really fancy duct tape. I've got some down here. Back when they were live, and I would put like duct tape arrows toward my room, because I thought if people were trying to decide between this one and this one, if this one looked like it was going to be a lot of fun, I'd make like a duct tape smiley face outside the room, like, come to mine. So that's what I would do. Anyways, I went to this virtual session by Jessica Potts, who is a colleague from my speaking association, and it was about how she kickstarted her book on Kickstarter, which I had never thought of before. So I listened to her talk, and she overfunded her campaign as well and talked about how she did it. And then in the true spirit of giving and sharing, I contacted her after and was like, hey, would you mind if I tapped into your brilliance? So let this be a lesson. Stop asking people if you can pick their brain. Brain picking hurts. Tap into their brilliance, because there's so many smart people out there who know so much more than we do. And a lot of people are really willing, anxious, and happy to share their information. So she was so kind. She actually went through like a PowerPoint with me about what she did and some techniques and ideas, and she was just so supportive of me. Jessica Potts, thank you so much. So also unexpected bonuses that happen. So she was a colleague. We went into this as a colleague, and now because of this time we've got to spend together with this campaign, now we've come out as friends. So not only am I going to get a book, but I have a lot of new friends actually, which is kind of cool. So Jessica kind of coached me to do this project on Kickstarter, which, I set this goal for $4,400, which seemed like an awful lot of money. And I also had to kind of overcome the guilt factor of asking for money. It's like, well, who am I to ask for money? And it didn't feel very good to ask for money, but after coming out of a COVID year, producing a children's book is costly, and it didn't seem, since I really didn't make any money last year, all my jobs were canceled, it wasn't really a good time to do an extra kind of project. So I decided it would be cool to have a community. Maybe if a community, maybe you weren't going to write a children's book, but maybe you'd like to be involved in a community of writing a children's book. I thought, I'll put it out there. So we put it out there for 3 weeks, and I wanted to send out a big shout out to John Westhaver, who was a constant annoyance on my phone. Stephanie, are you doing this? Stephanie, are you doing that? And then look how many you got, and just encouraging me and really being a champion. And this is a really wonderful way to show, I mean, you don't even have to donate a penny to people that are doing things, but just to support them in other ways and being able to offer to lift them up when they're feeling low. Or I learned a lot from John, actually. I think I will be a more supportive person going forward after I saw the way he's supported me, not just with one text, but literally 3 weeks of texts encouraging this project. So today it finished at noon, and we did kind of a countdown. We had like 91 backers, and we were kind of counting down from 4 hours. So I thought, well, it'd be cool to get 100 backers. So we finished off with 104 backers officially on Kickstarter, and some off Kickstarter. We finished off with $7,402, which is, but because of that, we get to do some really cool things. So here are some of the ideas that I have that I want to do. So it's not just a book. We're also going to produce a video and a song. So Gentil Miz is going to be the producer of the music video, of the music anyway. So he's an incredibly talented artist. His songs are like 4 million hits or on YouTube, and he's just a beautiful soul and a beautiful human being. So I'm so excited to work with him on this project. Plus he just had a little one that's so cute too. So he's really up for a children's project. So that's going to be cool to work with him. And then for the film itself, for the video, Kostya Toshkin, who I probably said his name wrong, but he did a recent video for me about virtual presentations. So he's a young up-and-coming filmmaker, and so I'm really excited to be able to have him on this project. Our artist, as you've seen, I've been posting pictures, is Dwayne Abel, who is just friggin' ridiculously talented. And when he sent me a draft of the cover, I said, could I have the cover just to show for the Kickstarter campaign? He sent me this. I didn't even have to like write back, well, can you do this? Like, I just fell in love with that little guy right away. So we're gonna get some stickers made up so that when the kids try new things, they can put like a little Try-ceratops sticker on, which I think is going to be cool. The other thing that we are doing, because we have a surplus, is that I've partnered with an organization called 1,000 by 5, and they work hard to get books to the little hands of children who might not otherwise be able to have them. And the person who started it, Daphne is her name, she told me that some children get to school and they have never had a book read to them, which just crazy breaks my heart. So I'm hoping that we can get a bucket load of books to them as well. So that's going to be cool. So yeah, partnering with a not-for-profit really jazzes me up and lights up my heart. And being able to just create more jobs for other people, young and up-and-comings, and people that are already doing great work. The other thing that's cool is just like seeing people support you. So if maybe it's not a Kickstarter that you want to do, but whatever it is you do want to do, like people want to support you, and it's blown my mind. So we've just been on the island like less than 4 years, and to see the amount of support from people who didn't know who I was, really didn't know what I did, it just blew my mind. And so there's people from like high school, there's people, strangers that I don't even know. I'm like, hey, do I know you? And they're like, no, but I thought it was a good idea. And so strangers just back you, which is amazing. We've got people from Texas and Florida and New Mexico. We've got people who wanted to be completely anonymous, but there was, somebody who wanted to make that donation to kind of get us to the final goal, which was very cool. Like, so, because some of them were like really odd amounts. I was like, why is that an odd amount that they donated? But they wanted to help us get to a certain level. So that was really cool. Yeah, so this project, Monday, I told the artist or the illustrator on Monday that we're a go, let's go. I've been posting some of the pictures of the sketches. He's inked them in this afternoon. Tomorrow he's going to be coloring them, so that's exciting. And here is what I think is maybe the greatest idea of the whole book. So I will sing you the song in a minute, but as you'll see, it's quite traditionally written. So my grandson calls me Lolly. We're Lolly and Pops, but I appreciate that not everybody gets called that. So in the song, it's Mommy says this and Daddy says that, and Granny says this and Granny said that, Grandpa says that. But I appreciate that that's not how everybody's family is. So I was trying to think, well, how could we make it more inclusive, so that you could put whatever your grandson calls you, or if you got mommy and mummy, or mommy and aunt, or daddy and a cousin, or whatever name you want. So I don't know if we're going to maybe have one version of the book that's more traditional and one version of the book that's maybe a kind of a fill in the blank ish, or maybe you'll have blank stickers that you could put whatever name you want. I'm not quite 100% sure how that's going to look, but now that we have a little extra funding, we can play with that, and I think it's going to be a really cool way to make the book more inclusive and more personalized for everybody. I'm excited about that. So I think I'll play you the song now. I'm going to use my words just in case I forget them in my nervousness here. So yeah, also, people learn from this experiences, as you will hear. I'm not very good. I'm not that good at the guitar. I don't have an angelic voice, but you know, it comes from a place of love and a place of fun, and hopefully kids will find this, I hope, endearing and inspiring to be able to try new things. Maybe the parents will try new things. Here's the song. Mama says gotta try the broccoli, and Noah says no, don't make me. Daddy says gotta try to learn to swim. Noah says no, don't make me go in. Grandma says gotta try the big boy bed. Noah says no, I want my crib instead. Grandpa says gotta try to poop on the pot. Noah says no, I don't like that spot. But Mama says try, and Daddy says try, and Grandma says try, and Grandpa says try. Over in the corner, Noah sees a dinosaur. It's something new, he's never seen that one before. Says I'm a Triceratops, I'll try something new. And if you try, I promise to stay right beside you. And we'll try the broccoli. We'll try to learn to swim, and even if it's hard, we'll just try it again. We'll try the big boy bed. We'll try to poop on the pot, and if we stick together, we'll have fun. Try a lot. Some things you try, you'll do again and again. Some things you try, and that will be the end. But Mom and Dad say try. Grandma, Grandpa say try. Triceratops says try. Noah says I'll try. Noah tries the broccoli, it's not so bad. Takes a swimming lesson, most fun he's ever had. Turns out he likes that big boy bed. He can get in and out by himself instead. Now he poops on the pot, and he has fun. Tries a lot, so many things to try. And now he knows just why Mom and Dad say try. Grandma and Grandpa say try. Triceratops says try. Noah says I'll try. Noah says I'll try. The biggest problem I see with this book is that I only have one grandchild at this moment. And I'm making this big production. Do I have to do this for all of my grandchildren? Oh dear. That's why we're gonna put stickers, and it can be whatever child's name, whatever grandpa's name, whatever parent's name or significant person in the child's life. I think that's gonna make it really fun. I feel like that's actually taking the book to a whole different level. So I wish I could go through and thank every single person that made this dream come true for me. But I'm not going to, because I know on award shows that's very not fun. And I'm always worried that I'm going to miss somebody out. But please feel my sincerity when I say thank you so much for being part of this campaign and for bringing this book to life. And what makes it so much more fun for me is it's not now me just writing a book. It is us. It is our book, it is our project, it is our song, it is our video, and everything done in a community, especially now when we just are so separated from our community, that this is a community project just jazzes me to no end. It just jazzes me to no end. So I think that's about it. if anyone has a dream that they want to bring to life, don't ask if you can do it, ask how you can do it. Connect yourself with bright minds, ask for what you need, and I hope that you will be as blown away as I am for the amount of support that you get to help bring your dream, your vision to life. And I can't wait to build this book and video and song with you, the community who has supported it. And I think we're going to do some really cool things. He is darling, don't you think? Didn't the artist do like a kick-ass job with that? I think he did. I'm super excited. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I value you. And I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much, everybody. And stay tuned because I'm going to keep you well posted. We're building this project together. Keep trying.